Yo, yo, it's time to discover the flow. Shout out to the bros. You know, I like to welcome everybody to discover the flow. No matter how you discover the show or discover the bros, now you about to see how far we can go, because it's time for discover the flow. Yeah, cowabunga do. You know live is how we come to you. Turn the levels up when you hear the boys coming through. The pod squad giving you just what you need, hitting you with a new special guest every week. Don't you dare hit skip, man, it's Tristan and Kip. DTF pod about to take you on a trip. Mega Ran bring the heat, yeah. But be clear, I wasn't even supposed to be here. Welcome to Discover the Flow. No matter how you discovered the show or discovered the bros, now you about to see how far we can go, because it's time for Discover the Flow. Let's start the show.
Pretty good day, creative, and got a lot done. At least you showed up today. Our guest yesterday never showed up. He actually no-showed us for the second time. So
no call, no show, no email afterwards, nothing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
like, that causes for like a huge fuck you and never let him back.
right, like you can't trust an astrophysicist, but you can trust a girl with a great ass. So.
That is so true. That is so true.
So where about in the U.S. are you?
So I'm in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
That's actually on my my short list of places I was thinking about moving someday.
Oh,
I love South
don't do
Carolina.
it.
And
Don't ruin
No?
your life and do it. Don't do it.
no, why? What? How do you ruin your life that way? Come on.
Oh God, there's just so many other more desirable places to live than here. I'm only stuck here right now because of the kids, but as soon as these kids are grown and gone, I'm out of here.
As soon as they're out of high school.
Yes, as soon as
There you go.
if I even wait that long, I might not even be able to wait that long.
Mine's about to be 20 years old. He's grown up. He's out in the world. He's doing his own thing, so I don't have to worry about shit.
Ah, see,
But-
that's nice. I'm waiting for that day. I just have 3 of them that I have to deal with. That's all.
See, I feel like I dodged that bullet. I don't have any, and so they're all grown and gone, so I don't have to worry about it.
See, I didn't want any kids. Like, I did not want any kids whatsoever. And then it's like, I'm in it and I can't obviously undo it. So in my head, I'm like, this might not be a bad thing, because when I'm 80, I'm gonna need somebody to wipe my fucking ass, and they're gonna be there to do it. So it's kind of
They
gonna work
owe
out.
you. They owe you.
Yeah.
See, that's
You
a
better
woman who
change my
plans ahead of
diapers
time.
and wipe my ass like I did for you guys.
So, what's it like raising kids with your lifestyle? It's
I
gotta
love
be
that
a
you asked me that
balance.
question. It is such a balance. And that's actually a question that I get asked a lot, because people are just like so they're so taken aback by the fact that you can even have a lifestyle like I have and balance it. But to me, it's like it's a normal everyday life, because my lifestyle doesn't interfere with my life, if that makes sense, as a mom.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It doesn't, the two don't intertwine. I don't have my kids all summer long, so while my kids are gone away for the summer with their father, then that's fine. That's when I'll go and do some like wild, crazy things or whatever. But typically when I'm with my kids, like they don't even know, only the oldest one knows what I do. I just recently told the younger one, or the middle one, like a little bit about what I do, but she doesn't fully know. She doesn't fully grasp it. And the youngest one does not know. They just think mommy is like the best spray tan artist and the best massage therapist, which is also true. But it's
It's like
actually
mommy's
quite
Santa
easy.
Claus, and then one day they find out, wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
right. It's seriously what it's like.
She's still kind of Santa Claus.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
But it's
before
pretty
we go
easy.
too much further with anything, can you explain, so people know who you are that might not know who you are, that listen to us, what it is that you do and how you got into that? Like how
Yeah,
that
of
became
course.
how that became a career choice for you.
I know. Yes. So I don't know if you guys actually introduced me, but I am Michelena Rose, and so I am in the sex industry. I do porn, and I got started in 2017 or 18. I left my husband. started fucking the neighbor upstairs. So I left my husband and I was like, I need to find a way now to make money because he was the primary breadwinner. And even though I owned my tanning salon at that time, I'm like, it's still not going to be enough for me to live the lifestyle that I'm used to. So what can I do? And I was like, porn might be the thing. So sure enough, I was already like so popular on Snapchat and by all of these random people in South Dakota sharing all of my sexual videos. And sure enough, I turned it into a profit and I was killing it, just trying to make a car payment, by doing the porn. And next thing I knew, I was making like 22 grand a month, just fucking killing it with my porn. And it flew into places I never knew it would fly.
I wish I was making 22 grand a month doing anything.
It sounds like
Especially
the
doing the
premise.
things that you like. Like I really like sucking dick, so I'm okay getting paid for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I appreciate your choice, but not
likes
for
it, but
me.
he's shy. Yeah, it's something he's great at. He loves it, but he's shy.
Hey.
Yeah, right. It's okay.
But did you grow up in a very sex positive environment, or is this
Yes.
just your own beliefs and everything?
No, I grew up. Half of my family was bikers. The other half was Italian. So I grew up, in the
Oh,
biker side of the family, where like these
we might be
beautiful
family.
women were taking their tops off, and they had like lightning bugs smeared on them, and it was a very free spirited, childhood where I was just, sex and naked people were just a part of like my life, and I've always just carried that into, my young adulthood and then adulthood, and it was just something that's just been always I've been so confident with it and I've been so comfortable with it, and it's just the one thing that I don't know, it's the one thing I'm really fucking good at.
I've I think it was age 13 when I had my first interaction, and she was 17. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever until I got old and somebody was like, technically you were raped, right? I was like, yeah, come on. I mean, it's not something to laugh at, but I mean, it's in the best way possible.
Right. But your friends thought it was cool, so that's kind of all that matters.
Right? I was the man at 13.
Yeah.
But no, I was raised in a very similar environment. My mom was always running with bikers and everything, and unfortunately, there were guys in and out of the house all the time. But I had my run of the place too, so I was having my fun.
Got it. Yeah, and so I've always been like so comfortable with that scene, and my parents were together. My parents weren't split up, so every party that was thrown was a party that we were the ones throwing. So it was just being able to be around all those people that were so carefree and so fun and so funny and lighthearted and free spirited. Like it stuck with me all those years.
I feel like the outsider in this little group because I had what is considered a traditional, normal upbringing. I had my parents.
Otherwise known
everybody
as
was
boring. Just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. No, absolutely. 100% boring.
And then he met me.
In all fairness, yes.
That's awesome.
That was part of it. No, I had a stable nuclear family that, wasn't it? My parents were kind of squares, I guess would be the best way to put it. But they were
kind of old school, but good people in their own
very
right.
good people, and I had a wonderful upbringing. I don't regret it at all, but I feel like I missed out on something.
Yeah.
But
meanwhile, I was over there with the rotating door of women in and out of my house because my mom was never home because she was working or having her own party.
Well, nice. That explains the 13 situation.
When I was young, it seemed so cool. Now that I'm older, I was like, oh, I was a whore.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
you started early. You definitely started early.
And you never slowed down.
So when you started getting popular with with Snapchat and started deciding, okay, I can turn this into a profit. Like, you don't have to actually tell us a real number, but like, how many figures at your peak are you pulling in per month?
So that was my peak when was that? COVID actually was my peak. People had so much money to spend and they were so entirely bored. And that was when I really started pulling in Because with Snapchat, the most I had pulled in was $13,000 a month for Snapchat. And then I switched it to OnlyFans. And then that's when I was pulling in the $22,000 a month. So, and I went for like a good, I would say probably like a good 6 to 8 months of the 22,000 ish mark, 21, 22. And then it backed down a little bit after that. Once people realized, uh, COVID wasn't going to last forever as far as the money coming in and the boredom and all that stuff. So, um, but yeah, I mean, that was probably the peak of everything with what I was doing. But I had also met so many amazing people who had just kind of also skyrocketed me to the top at that point also. So I think it was just kind of like the combination of a perfect storm, how all that went.
I was having a blast in a different way during COVID. Like I always thought I was a people person. And then about a month into it, I was like, oh, I hate people. This is fucking awesome. Like I just get to stay at home, watch movies,
Then a
I
year
can play
and
video games.
then a year and a half into it, you're just, get me out of here. Get me out of
Yeah,
here.
right?
Well, yeah, because by that point, people stopped coming over and I was out of lotion. So I needed something to do.
Yes. That's one thing you should never run out of is lotion.
No.
Always have
No,
Lotion
that.
or lube.
that's impossible for me now. I'm dating a black girl, so there is lotion in my house 24/7.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta have
She
that
makes
cocoa butter
she
everywhere.
makes fun of me. She's like, white people can get the ashy too. And I was like, I didn't know that. So
I didn't know you could see that.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
I
right?
thought that was just called psoriasis.
I'll just open up a random drawer in my room and like, oh, another thing of lotion. All right, why not?
That's fucking awesome. She's making sure you're taken care of in all the ways.
Oh, 100%. She's
Good
fantastic.
for her.
No, but now are you? I know you said you were married previously. I believe you're. Are you married again or no?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Maybe it was something old that I had seen because I was going to ask, like how does one maintain a healthy marriage being an adult film star? But I guess that doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I was married. I've been married twice. Ironically, to
Okay.
both foreigners who both needed green cards. So that was actually kind of a little bit of the benefit of the marriage too, was get them some green cards.
But I got to imagine that was a balance. Like how were they with everything?
So I wasn't with my ex-husband when I had done it. And so even now he knows that I do it. And even while we were going through divorce and everything, he was a huge advocate for, listen, whatever you do, like don't take the kids away from her because she's an amazing mother. She's an amazing mother despite what she does. She's an amazing mother. But to balance that with a relationship, it is tricky. It is very tricky because typically I'd like to do any of the porn that I do with a man that I'm dating. And so if I find somebody and I like somebody and they're not on board with it, I really have to second guess, like, is this somebody that I can date and have a relationship with if they're not willing to get on board with it? Because I'm also not willing to go out and just fuck all kinds of random men. It's just not my style. So it
Well,
is,
that then it's not safe. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
you got to protect yourself as well.
Yeah, and I'm that type of person where like I'm a one guy girl where like I love to be with one person and have the most amazing sexual encounters with that person and then other people that we include. But I'm not somebody who can just go out and have meaningless, sexcapades with somebody because I need to have a real strong emotional connection and the sex for me is so much better at that point. So all the sex I've ever done, which few people know this actually, all of the porn I've ever done, with the exception of like two other people, um, has only been with the people I've ever dated.
See, we're breaking kayfabe. It's like when you find out pro wrestling isn't 100% real.
I appreciate what you said there, though, because I'm very much the same way. I'm one of those people that needs to have a connection with somebody before I can engage. And,
Yeah.
I can't just go out and fuck
Yeah.
whoever because it's just not that's not how I am.
Yeah.
It's not in my core.
Yeah, and it
I
sucks
feel like
because like
it's
no matter
probably
who
a big
I
misconception about people in the adult industry as well that they can just go out and willy nilly, have meaningless sex with anybody. No, they're people. They have feelings too. They need connections. Like that makes total sense to me.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure how it works more so like I do know that like for like, Bang Bros and all those other ones where they're doing the mainstream porn, they don't really have a choice. They kind of have to have sex with people that aren't their partner. Whereas I have the luxury of being able to choose who I have sex with and how I make my money by who I have sex with. And so for me, um, I can't jump on board and have sex with somebody who I don't have a connection with. So if I'm dating somebody, if I'm starting to date somebody, my first thing is, how do you feel about being on camera? And if you want to be on, if you don't want to be on camera, are you okay with having your face hidden? And so if it's a no, then I really, really, really have to consider, like, is this something that I can even move forward with?
Yeah, is this going to go the distance if they can't handle that now?
Yeah,
What
because
if
if they're not
later
willing
on
to
if
be
it
on
advances?
camera, I don't want to be doing just solo work forever. Like, it's boring to me to be solo. I really need some fucking dick in my mouth. I love having some dick in my mouth. So it's like, I can't just be with somebody who's not willing to be on camera in some capacity to help me make money and to be a part of, what I do.
Have you ever gotten offers from the big companies and the big film providers out there?
Yes, and I want no part of it.
Now, other than just the wanting to be able to choose who you work with and have the connection, like you said, is there other reasons you don't have or don't want any part of that? Or
Yes, it's like such a luxury to work on my own schedule. Like, with the crazy life of being a single mom of three, I love being able to have my own schedule to make and do things when I want, come and go.
No.
uh-oh.
Yep. You kind of broke up there at the
I'm
come and
sorry, you
go
there?
part.
That's
Yep.
all right.
Kind of broke up
Okay.
a little bit.
Sorry. I've had the luxury of being my own boss for so long that it's like I can't even fathom having somebody else control that even in the slightest.
Yeah. No, I mean that makes a lot of sense. You get to pick and
Yeah.
choose your projects, who you work with, when and where,
Yes,
and
the when
plus
and where is
you're
huge.
limited by your creativity, which, as we've I mean, I'm not going to act like I wasn't a fan before this, but I've done more
We've
research for this,
Yeah.
as
I
time
won't
has gone
deny
on.
it. I stalked your your Snapchat and your Instagram and stuff, Twitter.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah,
there. I went there. I was showing a buddy of mine some of the stuff the other
we
I
had
night,
an
love it.
interesting night Friday night with us and one of our best friends going, oh,
which
check
leads
this
which
one out.
which leads me to a question that I have that's been burning a hole through my brain since I
Ask it.
saw it.
Ask it.
Oh, I'm
Ask it.
dying for this one.
What in the ever living fuck
Oh, I
convinced you
know
to
where you're
stick a
going.
knife in your
I knew
butthole?
where you were going with that.
It was either the gun or the knife. I knew what
The
was
I
going to
gun
be
I
knew.
can
one.
deal with. The gun I can deal with because the gun can be unloaded and it's not going to hurt you.
Right.
But a knife is a sharp blade and it went in your blade first.
It did.
How?
The
How?
best
did.
part was we had mentioned this to somebody. They
I
go,
cringed.
you meant the handle, right? We're like, no. You're like, well, the knife
No.
was sheathed, right? No.
No.
It was legit the blade. Okay,
It,
so listen, I'm that girl who like it's never enough for me. Whatever I do is never enough, right? And so when I started off doing like scissors and then I went to like um
like even
I don't know,
scissors
like
I can be okay with because
yeah, I
there's no
started off like
sharp.
right, and I just started off like at little things, and then I was like, you know, I I just want to see where I can go and how far I can go, and so then I was like, let me try this knife situation. And one thing that people, my fans, don't know, at least for the longest time, they didn't know, and I don't think a lot of people that aren't fans don't know. Anything that I ever did, I never tried it first beforehand, to practice it ever. The first time I would ever do it would be the first time on camera that my fans were seeing at the same time I was doing it.
So
So
had you actually cut yourself, that would have been on camera. And
it would have been on camera, they would have seen it.
oh,
Yeah.
That's
I wanted them to have that excitement and the nervousness with
I
them
mean,
that
it's
that
there.
I had.
That's
I was
definitely there.
cracking up about the whisk. The whisk made me
The
laugh.
whisk is so great. I think the whisk is the sexiest thing I've ever used.
Oddly enough, and I mean, we have no restrictions here, so I'm just going to say it.
Same.
As you pulled it out, just the view of it, I was like, why was that so fucking hot? What?
The inside, being able to see the inside like that was
Kind of, yeah.
amazing.
It's something you never see, so it's almost taboo on a level,
Yes.
I
beyond the level that
jokingly,
you're already at.
Yeah.
those little cameras that people use nowadays to clean their ears. Like you can't scroll through TikTok without seeing those, right?
Yes, I know what you're
First of
talking about.
all, first of all, everybody's got an obsession. Those videos are my obsession. like
Okay.
people pulling that stuff up. But I had said to my girlfriend, I was like, hey, let's buy one of those and see what it looks like inside you.
That's
That
so
got a big
funny.
no. That got a big no.
Now you just
So
gotta buy the
that
whisk.
video doesn't exist. That video doesn't exist, but feel free to steal that idea.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, we saw the whisk, we saw the knife, we saw the gun. Is there something we're missing, or is there something that you saw and we're like, nah, maybe not that one. Maybe that's too far.
No, actually, there's
No,
never been anything that I've looked at and I've been like, oh no, that's not gonna be good. Um, the cactus one was probably the most challenging and probably the most painful.
the
I
look
don't.
on Kip's face right now
I don't
is just
think I
the most
saw
pain.
that.
No,
one.
we definitely did not see the cactus.
I would know if I
Yeah.
saw that.
I'm
one.
assuming that one's behind the paywall on OnlyFans,
That one
probably,
was
right?
definitely behind the paywall for sure, for sure,
That's-
for
See?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just go get
But
her
my God, there's been so
OnlyFans.
many things. There's been so many things that I've used. A sword. I don't know if you guys saw the sword one. Did you guys see the sword?
I did not see the
Oh my
sword.
God, that huge samurai sword. Yes, there's been so many. Sometimes I'm not even sure, like, oh my God, that's right. I forgot I had that at my pussy because there's been so many.
Just a moment walking through the house and you just catch a glimpse of something and be like, oh yeah,
Legit.
that was inside me.
Legit.
I
Seriously.
remember to
Oh, the turkey
sanitize that.
baster. The turkey baster was so hot because I was able to squeeze my cum out of inside of me while I was doing it. So the turkey
That's
baster was so fucking
fantastic.
sexy. And then I'd like squirt the cum into my mouth afterwards. That one was really hot.
You might have the most creative porn brain I've ever seen. Like some people are
I'm
just
impressed. I'm
born
a
for
creative
something,
person. I'm a generally creative person.
right?
This is a whole new level of
Yeah,
creativity.
sexually, I
Like,
have zero limits, like zero.
I consider myself a pretty decent writer, but the best writers in the world couldn't come up with some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty extreme on that end. Like
There's like the
literally
guys
pretty
who wrote
extreme.
Avengers, and then there's Michelina doing porn. So.
Yeah, I could if I could sit here all day and talk to you guys about the shit I've done, and you guys are just like, "There's no fucking way."
What's your favorite one?
That I've inserted inside of me.
Of course, yes.
I would probably have to say, I would probably have to say the whisk or the knife, and the reason why is because the whisk, obviously, I could see the inside of my pussy, which of course I've never seen without the whisk, you know, and so I loved that one. But the
I'm
knife
telling
was
you, the ear camera thing.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm telling you. And then the knife was so great because there was something about just a sharp object being like covered in my cum and just going in and out of me and I'm twisting it. I don't know, there was just something about that that was just so sexy and dangerous and risky and stupid, like all the things.
How do you get yourself to relax during that?
That was easy. That was the
Really? The
easy part.
knife? That was
Yeah,
easy?
that was easy.
Like other
Because,
things
like,
I
it's
could
no
imagine.
different than
Yeah.
it's no different than, like, any other toy, right? And I try to explain this to people, but it's hard for them to get it. It's hard for men to get it, but women get it. Listen, you know the anatomy of your body because especially if you're somebody who's plays with toys a lot or your finger stuff a lot, when you know the anatomy of your body, it's like I knew where exactly to put the knife and where it could go and how it could go and how far it was going to go because I knew the anatomy of my body. Now, I would never let a man use it on me. I would never let a man do it because he doesn't know his own fucking anatomy, let alone my anatomy. So, you
She's not
know,
wrong. She's not wrong.
right. So, but yeah, the knife for me
Listen,
was
I've studied my dick like a graduate student, and sometimes I'm
I
still amazed by what I see.
Yeah, but there are still parts of your body that you are not at all familiar
Exactly.
with.
I'm still sometimes like, where the fuck did that
yeah,
come from?
yeah, especially when you put that finger up your butthole and then you're like, what orgasm is that? And if you don't know that, you might want to try that.
That's another one we've discussed. Haven't reached it yet, but I've
Oh,
told her the prostate massage BJ is one that I want to try.
yes, your life will be changed.
But
Completely
I
changed.
mean, no, well, see, we've got you here. I would be stupid if I didn't ask, what's your advice for something like that for a woman going to give a good prostate massage or just a good blow job in general?
Oh God.
Because you call yourself the throat goat. And I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen quite a bit of evidence to support that. Again, just doing my research for
Yes.
the interview.
Yeah. So definitely what I tell women is that they, and it's really true. You have to have don't give zero fucks while you're sucking dick. Don't give zero fucks. Okay? The sloppier, the better. The more noise you make, the better. And then just do things that almost make you look like you're batshit fucking crazy on this man's dick. And it doesn't matter what it is, he's going to fucking love it. He's going to lose his fucking mind when you swallow his dick like it's the last dick you're ever going to fucking see in your life.
See, I got to agree with you
Words of
because
wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm 43 now. I was 28 the first time I came from head, and I thought there was something wrong with me because I was like, I was convinced that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
And the first time it happened, because I dated girls that they'd be like 30, 40, 50 minute, nothing. And I always felt like it was going to, but it didn't. And then one day this girl came along and she did her thing. And within 5 minutes, we were both blown away. Like, what the fuck just, wait, what? Never found out someone's ring size faster in my life. It was
That's so fucking amazing. That's funny you said that because I just sucked some guy's dick the other night. He's 28. I had him come to the spa. I just thought, like, let me just suck this guy's dick. And like literally, I was 2 minutes and 40 seconds into sucking this guy's dick, and he had come already. And he was like, and I wasn't even sucking it. I was just like licking it and just kind of like bobbing up and down for a second. He's like, I've never had a blowjob like that in my life. And I was like, I haven't even gotten started.
You're like, this is
I haven't
Done
this is the
anything yet.
pre-show.
That's the worst blowjob I've ever given in my life. What's going on? Because I had just started licking, but he was 28 and he's like, I've just never had that. Most women use their teeth and they just don't do those things and make those noises. And I was like, that's so sad. Like, that's so sad.
I
What
think
sucks is when they use their teeth, you want to tap them on the head, but then you remember they're hooking you up and your dick's in their
Yeah,
mouth.
that's true. That's true.
and if you do hit them
Probably
on the head,
shouldn't
they
smack
might
'em.
bite down. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
we don't want that.
yeah. It's a dangerous game.
But I think there's a certain amount of at least in my experience with women in this situation, there's a lot of self-consciousness that goes along with it, and fear and not confusion, but just no confidence in
Yeah.
what they're doing, and it's dirty or it's gross or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing is just let it go. Just
Yeah, there's
let
a
go
whole
of everything.
and it sucks because that all comes from like how they were raised, right? Like now if you were raised with shame where you weren't in a sex positive home where, all of that could just be supported and um, you know, you don't feel guilty by it, you don't feel shamed by it, then it's so different as to how you're going to approach it. But, if it's something to where you grew up where, your family didn't support, sex and then your friends were always, bashing oral sex or any sexual acts whatsoever, and it's just like there's a whole thing that comes along with that. And then I think that the older women that they get, like the older that they get, it's almost like they feel like they want to get it right versus enjoying it. And I think that's what the big problem is like just you got to go in there and enjoy it and just fucking have fun with it. And I think that's where they really miss the connection with it.
I was listening to another podcast recently where they strictly interview adult film actresses, and I started to notice a theme. Women are talking about when they're giving head and they swallow, that quite often the guys who are like high in protein and have a healthy diet and don't really take in many sweets or junk food, that their cum really doesn't taste that good. And it's like the average guy, like a guy that'll drink some whiskey, has some steak, eat some cheeseburgers, drink some pop, and not just a fun and 100% clean lifestyle, they have the better tasting cum. You're the throat goat. You're
Wow.
the throat goat. Do you support this? Like,
So I've got to be honest with you. And people ask me this all the time as far as like, how do you stand the taste of like a guy's cum? But I I really don't notice such a drastic difference in like from one guy's jizz to another. It's not like I've ever fucking swallowed a man's load and I've been like, ugh, like what the fuck was that? Like that's never
You need a
happened to me.
doctor.
You know, like I've
It's not
always
like that
just
old
like
video. Why is it so spicy?
I've always just like loved the taste of cum. I've always loved the salty fucking like, the thicker the better, the creamier the better. I've always just like loved it. And so I haven't really encountered men where it just hasn't tasted good.
But is there like, do you at least notice a difference at times, or?
No,
Oh wow,
no.
all right, fair enough.
Which is so crazy because I mean with the amount of dicks I've had in my mouth, you'd think I'd notice a difference.
You could be the Wilt Chamberlain of dick sucking. We don't know.
Yeah, I could be.
So I'm going to ask you the question that every guy is going to ask. How
Okay.
much does size matter?
Oh, I thought he was going to ask what's his chances.
No.
Both valid questions. Okay, so that's a tricky one. I'm a ball girl. I love some big fucking balls. So if he had like a 4-inch dick with some huge balls, I would be okay with it. I am not somebody who wants to be with a guy who has like a 9, 10-inch, 11, 12-inch dick because I like my pussy intact. I like my pussy to stay pretty tight, That's why I didn't have 3 kids out of my vagina. But I'm not a size queen, but there are women who are size queens. But I
Oh, yeah.
could see why. I could see why, like, a small dick when you're riding it doesn't quite fucking stay in the way you want it to if you're riding a big
Mhm.
dick. So I could totally see that, But the pain of a big dick is just, it's a lot. It's fucking a lot. So I don't know. I don't really want anything small, but I also don't want anything big. Like average is good for me.
All right.
I've,
Then on
I've
the
been
same note,
asked-
hold on, Tristan, hold on one second. On the same note, and because we've had this discussion before
Okay.
and kind of tried to figure out what it is in a situation with anal, bigger or smaller?
Oh, okay. I'm a glutton for
Because I've
punishment.
heard some weird things about this, that bigger is actually better.
I love a fucking dick in my ass. If I can't come with your dick in my pussy, just put that fucking thing in my ass. I'm gonna come so quick. So I like a bigger dick in my ass, actually, truthfully. It feels better.
Okay.
See, I've
Yeah.
had a bit of a theory that like a smaller dick might not stretch you out enough for pleasure. You know what I mean? So that like a smaller dick in the ass might actually hurt worse than a bigger one.
No, it wouldn't hurt. Like it wouldn't hurt. I mean, like when you think about like just having those little like butt plugs in your butt, like you can still feel them. Like you definitely still feel them in there, and it's the pressure is fine. Um, but like I said, I'm the glutton for punishment where I really like the hurt feel good feeling. And most women don't like that hurt feel good feeling because it doesn't feel good to them. So I like it bigger just because I really like the pain. There's also something really fucked up in my head where I know I really love the fact that my asshole's being stretched out by a good sized dick. So in my head, it turns me on even more.
One of my favorite things has always been finding a girl who was either hesitant or had a bad experience with it and being able to turn them around and go from there's no way in hell to oh shit, I didn't know I could orgasm from that.
I have
That's a
that same
point of
theory when I
pride.
put a dildo up a guy's ass. So I totally understand that.
See? So you have the point of pride,
I
you know?
totally get
You know
that.
that's
There's a lot of
fun.
pride in that.
See, now that brings me to an interesting question. If you had a dick for a day, like what would your day be like?
Oh my God.
Because I
Oh my God.
guarantee you're a person who has thought about that before. If I had a dick for a day, what would it? We've both thought
Literally.
about
I
if
would
we were
want to
We've
try to
women
had
for a
suck my
we've
day,
own
had the
dick so I know
discussion.
what my blowjobs were like. I would want to know what my blowjobs were like for one.
right? So
Yeah.
wake up, try to suck my own dick. Okay, then we
Yeah,
got that covered,
that's how I gotta start the day.
right?
Yeah. And yeah, I would definitely want to find a couple of holes to put it into just to see how good it feels. Like I would love that.
I
But I
guarantee you,
do,
you with a dick is big dick energy, so we know that part.
yeah. And I do peg guys, so it's like I kind of get it on some aspects, but it's just not the same.
See, I've always been curious about that as well. Like
You want me to
most
peg you?
guys, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with the idea, and I know she would be okay with it too. I actually I have no problem with that. I've thought about it myself before, but I was like, how do guys even approach women about that sometimes? Like how have you been approached about, hey, I want you to put a fake dick in my ass?
So there have been the very obvious ones who are, can you please peg me? Will you please peg me? Will you please peg me? Which are not the ones that I'm interested in. Those ones are
Oh, I
too
see
easy
what
for
you're
me.
after.
Yeah, those ones are too easy for me. I want the ones that are, you are never going to put that anywhere near my fucking asshole. And then,
That's
three
when you're
weeks
like,
later,
It's
three
that
weeks
little
later, here I am with whatever toy I want, and you're a pretty little fucking asshole. You know what I mean? And it's just like, those are the ones that are my favorite. I like to be the ones to approach them as opposed to the ones approaching me.
bit of a
see,
dominant streak.
Yeah, yeah. A
we
little bit of ego there.
Kip and I have been in the pro wrestling business for 25 years. That's equated to, for us, there's the guys who chase the champions and then the guys who are the champions. It's way more fun when you're chasing the title than it is when you finally get it. You know?
Yes,
So when you're
yes, I'm
chasing that
sure.
ass,
The
Yes,
that's
pursuit,
that title for you.
the pursuit
See?
is the
You
pleasure.
strap it
the
around your
pursuit
waist
is
once you finally
definitely the
got it,
pleasure.
then you're happy.
Once you get it, then you're sitting there. You're like, this isn't so much fun.
Yeah, it's like when I'm sitting there and I'm like, this dumb motherfucker who told me this is never gonna happen. Here you are enjoying this being pegged right now, aren't you?
And there he is going heels to Jesus, shaking like a baby.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's also wearing my pink panties to bed that night. Like it's just like a whole thing.
Jesus.
You take it one step further and
I
just own them even
always take it
longer.
one step further, like always.
I put my dick in your ass. You're my bitch. You wear
Yeah.
my panties to bed.
Yeah, seriously,
By
it's
the way,
so amusing.
that's one of my favorite ridiculous videos of yours. I believe it was during COVID, and you were wearing your panties around the store as a mask.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
got such a kick out of that because I was like, you know what? It's probably just as fucking effective as any of the other masks that we wore.
Yeah, but no, my favorite one is still was it Lowe's or Menards or wherever it was with the Gorilla Glue, asking the
Oh
old
God!
man
Yes.
if this is lube.
That was
Would
my
this
Oh,
work
most
as lube?
recent one. Oh my
I
god, that was
I
so
was
funny.
dying laughing.
the guy that was like, "Sweetie, I don't think that's lube."
That's
Oh my
glue.
gosh.
You can't do that. You don't want to
I
put
Oh
that
my
live to
inside of
fuck
Lord!
you.
with people. It's like that's what I live for, is to fuck with people to that extent. It like makes me so happy.
And knowing that you're in South Carolina, that makes so much more sense. My sister lives in
Yes.
South Carolina, so
Yes.
the little old man at the Lowe's, dude, I don't think you want to do that. That makes so much more sense now. I love it. I love it.
By the way,
I know. They're not really sure
I'm
how to
sending
handle me.
Kip your way in December, so he's gonna
You are
come
not
find you.
sending me anywhere. I'm
You
going down to
film
visit my
something fucked up with
family.
him and send it back to me. All right?
Are you getting
Do not
pegged?
send me any.
Are we
No.
pegging you?
Oh shit! I
Oh,
said the wrong thing.
oh, oh! I don't think he's gonna go for that. You really shouldn't try to pursue that.
Stop instigating, asshole.
I'll have my pink panties ready.
Somewhere around Christmas time,
Deal.
it's
Oh,
the
good
gift
Lord.
that gives all year round.
Yes. Yes.
I
I'm
hate
catching
you
on. I'm
both.
catching on.
I hate you
I'm
both.
sorry. I shouldn't have taken liberties with your ass, but I couldn't help it.
Yeah, no, this is my asshole we're talking about here.
It sounds like it's gonna be hers soon.
Yeah.
I have to poop out of
sure.
this thing, okay?
You can say no,
That's
but
okay. It'll work so much better after I'm done with it.
Like, we'll
see,
get them pipes cleaned right out.
you know what? You hit your 40s. You're supposed to get it checked now.
I got
Who
you.
better?
I won't even charge you for it.
I'll be 45 in May. I mean,
Oh,
they do want me to
shit.
get it checked, so
Who better?
who better than Canyon?
So, oh my God. So I wanted to ask you something else. What is Get Naked and Glow?
Get Naked and Glow.
Yes.
Get Naked and Glow is my spray tan business.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
you said you were into that and doing the massage therapy and stuff like that before all
Yes.
this, right?
Yes.
Are you still doing those now?
Yes. So massage has been new. Massage has been just in the last year and a half. But the Get Naked and Glow, well, the spray tan in general was before, since 2014. So the massage has been insane. You know, because obviously with me doing porn, the amount of men that pay to come get a massage from me is insane. And that I did not ever think it was going to be that to that extent and that be that busy, but it's been wild. Like fucking wild.
Are the guys more uh comfortable asking you for the happy ending or no?
Oh, they'll try to get the happy ending even without asking me, and then I have to like rip their arm out from like them jerking off at the table. It's like, no, they're not doing that here.
I got my first professional massage about a month ago, and my girlfriend sent me to do it. And it was funny because I looked into the place, and half the reviews were about a large-breasted Asian woman named Nana getting mad at people for getting happy endings but not tipping her enough.
Oh
And it
my
was funny
god.
because I don't know if they were trolling or if it was real or not, but it was funny. I told my girlfriend about this, and her response was, "Well, I'll make sure I'll send you with enough money for a tip for Nana." I didn't meet Nana, but I still had a good
That's so
experience.
funny. I
I
love
still had
it.
a good experience. She actually teased me. I told Kip about this right away because he was like, "Did you meet Nana?" I was like, "No, but it got the blood flowing." And when the girl left and didn't come back, I just said, "Fuck it." There was the lotion right there. I finished myself off right in the. They were like, "You fucking animal." I was like,
And
"What?
did she
She
charge you for
didn't
that?
come
He is
back."
Yeah,
he
she
is he
really
is
did it.
far too open with his personal experiences sometimes.
That's fucking
I don't
awesome.
need to know
Yeah.
these things.
The
It's
best
funny
part was
because
she told me, she was like, for $20 more, I could have done the front half, and I was like, "Fuck, is that code? Did I
I
fuck
know there
up?"
is like a code. From what I hear, there's a whole ass code with that shit.
Oh man. See, I
Yeah,
got to
Has
learn the code.
has anyone
so
tried to
funny.
talk you into Nuru massage?
Yes, everybody's trying to talk me into everything.
What's Nuru? I don't know that one.
It's
It's
a
like
they
a
use like
full
a
body
lubricant.
oil.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
it's
full
just
body oil massage.
Oh, yeah, I've watched Angela White do those
yeah.
over and over
Yeah,
and over and over.
yeah.
He's
I
got a
heard they're
type.
hot.
That's my other jam.
Yeah, that's amazing. People think that if
Yeah,
they're coming to me, they think they're getting a happy ending, but it's never gonna happen, like ever.
I would be more amused by the disappointment than anything.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Like it would
definitely
almost be
highly
like a
disappointed.
blooper reel, you know what I mean? Like I would love to
Yeah,
see the people going, "Oh man,
you can
I know
hear
that
it. You
was
can hear
her."
it when they're breathing while I'm like wrapping up the massage. You can hear it's just like they're sitting there very impatient, like waiting, and it's just like fucking idiot. Like I'm taking your money, you're definitely not getting a happy ending.
Just waiting for you to say, "All right, flip over."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
they
got to
get so
set it up
impatient.
so when you leave the room, there's a little siren that goes wah wah wah,
That would be so great because they do
so
pay
that
a
they
lot.
know.
They pay a
Or
lot.
just do like the place that I was at. Just leave some tissues and lotion.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah. It's been a wild ride, but I knew to expect that. Like I should have known to expect that.
So with your OnlyFans and everything, you have to get some wild requests. Like, what is some of the craziest shit people have ever asked you to do?
So one of the weirder ones, which is just kind of crazy to me, farting in a box.
Oh, clearly that's
Sorry.
got to get sent out.
Yeah, I just like I still can't wrap my head around that one. Like I'm
What
just
do they
like,
want you to seal it and send it to them or
yeah,
something?
they
Like,
want me to
Oh, I
fart in a
guarantee that's
box.
what they want.
Yeah, and they
oh
want
my
me to send it
god.
to
See,
them.
and they're fucking up. That's more of a Tupperware thing. It's just going to preserve it better.
Yeah, right?
You know.
Seriously.
Don't act like you haven't thought this out too, Steve. So you have to burp it. You have to burp.
They wanted to see me take a shit before, and like I'm just that person where like I take a shit faster than I piss. So I was like, listen, I'll take your fucking money. Like if I'll take your money.
It's gonna be the
Like
shortest
I need you to
$150
understand.
you've ever spent.
Yeah, like I need you to understand that it's not gonna be, anything that's gonna be worth your money because I shit faster than I piss.
I can solve that shit problem. Remember the Olympic song, Kip? The dun, 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 the like the triathlete song. You
Sure.
just got to slow the video down and put that to it.
Yeah, right. Maybe I could just slow the video down and do it that way.
Slow it down,
Yeah.
replay, maybe rewind it so it looks like it's going back up in you. They're gonna get their money's worth. They're gonna be
Yeah.
happy. Trust me.
I
Because if
think
they want to
Yeah.
see you poo, they're gonna be cool with that too.
I'm pretty
Yeah, they're just
sure bodily functions are on the other side of my line, like far on the other side of my line.
Meaning, like, you don't like golden showers?
No,
Oh
not my
my
thing.
gosh, you are
Not my
square.
thing.
We need to take care of that.
So she's gonna peg you and pee on you. All right.
Yeah, for sure. One of my
We're
favorite
s-
things is sucking dick while my man is taking a shit. Like, I love to suck his dick while he's
Lumpkins?
taking a shit.
The
It's one of my
plumpkin.
favorite things.
Lumpkins.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now, see, if you get a girl with braces and you shit in the upper part of the toilet, that's an upper decker pecker record.
Oh my god, that sounds like it.
See, I'm ahead of my time. The trouble is, I'm 5 minutes behind.
Oh my god, that's wild.
The upper decker pecker record. It's
Yeah, I've
there.
never heard that
So-
one before.
Have you ever had stalker issues, like doing what you do and all that? Do you have people that just don't know when enough is enough?
You know? No. And I've always been so sad about that. I'm like, why? Why does everybody else get stalkers and I don't get stalkers? Like,
She's
I
like,
don't
why
make
am I not
sense.
good?
Well, Tristan,
That's
you know
like-
your job now.
Yeah.
That's like,
This is your life
Step
now.
up to the
You're-
plate.
I know my job. My job's getting you pegged and peed on. All right. I don't have to
and then
stalk
you
her.
have to stalk. That's the trade-off here.
Yeah, that's perfect. That
If I have
works.
to take a rubber dick in my butt, you have to go stalk and get arrested. Because then you can take a
Wait,
real
why do
dick
I
in
have to
your
get
butt.
arrested?
Because then you can take a real dick in your butt when you go to prison.
Can't she just wear like a half a police uniform and pretend to arrest
Yeah.
me?
I mean, I'm probably not the kind where I'm going to, call the cops on you, but
Yeah.
I'll probably just fuck with you.
It'll be like a Home Alone situation. She'll just have stuff ready, like
It's just
like
with
the
wobbly
doorknobs
sausages
heated
instead
up
of.
and some
Oh,
Matchbox cars.
for sure it would be a situation like that.
Except you're
I
getting
just
smacked
love-
in the face with dildos and fucking butt plugs instead of
They're just swinging
Hands.
down the staircase.
right in the face, just right in the face,
Yeah.
just right in the face.
That would
It's
be
like-
that would be exactly what
It's
it would
like
be.
I go to yell to be like, "Oh my god!" and it just right in my mouth.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
I just love that you were so bummed out. You've never had a stalk. It's like there's an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia
Okay.
where the two guys claim that they were molested by their gym teacher as kids.
Okay.
And one of the characters was bummed out because he wasn't. So kids are like, why not me? I was
Yeah.
a cute kid. Why wasn't I good enough?
Yeah, right.
The best part of that is as an adult, he goes and finds the gym teacher.
And tries to
walking
get
around
him to
in short,
molest him.
like,
Yes.
super short, like 80s gym shorts. Like,
And it turns
trying
out
to
to be
sh-
Mr.
Oh my
Belding.
God.
Yes,
And
it was Mr.
Mr.
Belding
from
from Saved by the
Bell.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
that's so funny. That's kind of what I feel like. Yeah, I really do feel like that. But then I also feel like I give off this look where everybody's like, no, we're not really sure. This bitch puts fucking knives in her pussy. I'm not really sure I want to fuck with this bitch.
You know, that's something else I've always wondered about as a mohawk wearer myself. Not up right now, but like, where
Yay.
did your trademark mohawk come from?
So I had always had like shorter on the sides and like a little bit longer, but I'd always had like designs, but I'd never had it shaved. So it was like kind of longer and I was just doing like, designs on the side. And then one day I went to my barber and I was like, just shave the sides. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, you're going to look sick. Like, you're going to look like, you have cancer. And I was like, no. Like, I really want you to shave the sides of my head. And he did it after I fucking had to talk him into it. And when he did it, and this was like 11 years ago, and I fell in love with it. I fucking fell in love with it.
I think that's honestly the first thing I noticed about you the first time I saw one of your pictures. And I don't know if it was black or blonde at the time, but I just remember I was like, holy shit, a hot chick with a mohawk. All right, this is a
Yeah.
new thing for me. I'm digging this.
Yeah.
this is on the
now I
list
love it.
now.
Yeah, now I can't get rid of it. It's just like, it's so me.
No, it's a trademark just as much as
Yeah.
anything else that you do,
Yeah.
But
it's true.
before we start wrapping this up, what's Michelina's normal life like? Like what are you doing when you're not filming or not doing stuff with family? Like how do you keep yourself entertained?
Well,
What's your
that's easy as
nerd
fuck.
thing?
I just go into Ace Hardware or Home Depot and fuck with people. But
Even when you're not filming it,
Yeah.
huh?
I think we
literally,
found your
even when I'm
spirit
not
animal,
filming
Tristan.
it, it's like whether
Right?
it's the UPS guy, because my neighbors across the street, they're like, we moved in the same day, and they're just like, I can't believe we moved in next to a porn star. We thought we were moving here from New York into some quiet little neighborhood in South Carolina. And here we are moving in next to you. And they're like, if people met you, they would never know you are who you are and that you live the life that you live because I wake up every day. I get up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym. I train. I come home. The kids go to school, and I go to work and I do all my things and make my content or do my massages um, and then school's over, and then or my days are over, and then the kids come home from school, and then I take them to all their sports, soccer, volleyball, travel soccer, and it's just like dinner's
Regular
on the
mom
table
stuff.
every single night at 6 p.m. If there's one thing I'm crazy about, I love to cook. Dinner's on the table every single night at 6 p.m. I'm a very strict mom. Like, people think that I'm just this wild, crazy, just out there person, and I am. But I also create a foundation where, like, my kids are gonna do their fucking homework, and you're gonna do your fucking chores, and you're gonna do what I tell you to do, or you're gonna get your fucking ass beat. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I do live a very fucking, like, routine, regimented life. And then when I'm not doing those things, I do love to travel the world and go to the beach and be with friends. And it's really simple. I'm not as, like, crazy, I think, as what people think that I'm doing every single day. And so it's so weird to think about how people view me versus how I really am.
Again, like we were talking about earlier, all the years in the independent wrestling business, like everywhere we've been all around the country. We've done and seen some of the wildest shit, but at the end of the day, we're the exact same way. We want to chill, we want to cook dinner, we want to hang out with our friends and family. We want some peace and quiet and some time to think and decompress. So I
Yeah.
completely get that. I understand that, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's important.
at least for Kip, at least now I know next time he goes to South Carolina, he's gonna be staring out his sister's window, going, "Is that her?" Butthole pucker,
Just scratching on the window. Let me out.
just just wondering if she lives across the street. Just
No,
puckering.
it's a completely different part of the state. Thank you very much.
Well,
I
maybe
love it.
you don't know.
I
You don't know.
do. She
No,
said
you
she's
don't
in
know.
Myrtle Beach. Charlotte is quite a ways away.
It's
So,
4 hours away. It's not that bad of a drive.
Oh,
You can make it.
oh, see,
after driving 12 hours to get down there, no,
Yeah.
just be like, "Hey,
I'm
mom and
lazy.
dad, sis, I'll be right back."
I'm
Yeah,
lazy.
just gonna make it run real
Tight,
quick.
tight 10 hours.
You're giving me an
Oh,
awful lot of credit there, pal.
so well, it'll start off as a tight 10 hours. It'll be loose
8
by the end.
hours. 8
Or
hours. 8 hours and 15 minutes.
but
That's awesome.
before we do our end of podcast questionnaire, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
Of course. So Instagram is gonna be at it's Michelina Rose. Twitter is Michelina Rose. And then OnlyFans is Michelina Rose also. Actually, I lied. Twitter is Michelina Rose 7, and OnlyFans is Michelina Rose 7.
All right, so there we go. So what Kip's going to do now is we have a questionnaire that we like to do. It was invented by Bernard Pivot and perfected by Mr. James Lipton. So when you answer, could be short answers, could be long answers, whatever you want, just what comes
Okay.
to your mind.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited for these.
What is your favorite word?
Ooh, pussy is definitely my favorite word.
What is your least favorite word?
Oof. No.
What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, the sound of my pussy when it's wet.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh.
The sound when it's
Sound of my
dry.
pussy when it's dry.
Wow, you guys were in sync on that one. I feel like you guys planned that one.
Yeah,
And people wonder why people think we're gay.
Yeah,
Right, seriously,
not
I
at
can't
all,
imagine
but
why.
we finish
Oh,
each
I
other's sandwiches all the time.
I could see that. I'm not really sure on that one. I have to think about that one. Probably screaming kids, honestly. Screaming kids.
Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh, that's a good one. A flight attendant, actually.
What profession other than your own would you not like to attempt?
God, anything that's actual manual labor.
Okay, creatively, what turns you on?
Oh my God, the way a man smells. A good cologne.
And in the same vein, what turns you off?
Oh God. A man who isn't funny.
Before we move on, the cologne. What's your brand? What's the one that gets you?
So it really could just kind of be any cologne, right? But ones that are more like sweet or like citrusy, not ones that are more like woodsy, like no like Old Spice shit. Like that's not gonna do it for me. But
No
anything that's
Dracar
more
Noir.
like, yeah, oh, that was actually the guy I was lost my virginity to. That's what he used to wear.
Steve,
That explains
So it
so
worked when I was
much.
15.
No, that yeah, no,
Steve, my
yeah.
CK1 isn't so funny now, is it, Steve?
Dude, I use cool water and shit like that, so I get it. No, I just give you
Yeah.
shit because it's CK1.
I'm hiding. I'm
we wore it in
hiding
high
the
school.
Old Spice on my shelf right now.
Don't let me see it.
We all use CK1 in high school. That's why I give you shit for that.
Well, I'm bringing it back.
All right, what is your favorite curse word?
Oh, fuck, for sure.
Okay, and if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you reach the pearly gates?
Oh God, that's quite a thing considering I don't really believe in God. I
That's
don't
the
really
fun
believe in
part of
heaven
it.
either. If you want to know the truth, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in heaven.
I'm gonna guess he would probably just be like, "You put what in your what now?"
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Let's
that's
watch
probably
it.
exactly
No.
what it would be.
To the video.
Yeah, yeah. If you've seen it, here it is.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes, yes.